Good afternoon. I am 6th Council District Councilmember Anthony Merante. Today, we're here to show the United Parcel Service and Yonkers Planning Board what Community 101 is. The community called, and I answered, and this time I brought a few of my friends from government. Before we get started, I want to make two things clear. Number one, what's going on here is you have residential homes behind you. You have residential homes to the right of me. We have residential homes all the way back behind me. And to the left, we have a shopping center and a office building. So this project is being built not in an industrial site as their other facilities, which is perfect. They do a good job. This is a residential community, and this is part of the reason why, or most of the reason why, we are here today to ask UPS and the Planning Board to scale down this operation to the demands of the community. The second thing that everyone should know is that parking lot that's being built behind me, okay, technically should not be there. In 2014, there was an agreement with the Weissman organization and the community that they would not touch any more green space in exchange for building that hotel, which coincidentally was on a 314 space parking lot. So that is not our issue for today, but it's something to keep in mind for the future. Anyway, everybody ready?
Yay!
You sure?
Yay!
The message today is very simple. Who are we?
The community!
What do we want?
Respect!
Why do we want it?
Because we now belong to this neighborhood.
What they said was this is our residential community. Today, I brought along a few friends from government. I have with me today Councilman Mike Breen from the 5th District. We have Councilwoman Shanae William from the 1st District. We have County Legislator Ruth Walter. And we have Assemblyman Nader Sage. If anybody else, I don't know if anybody else showed up, but I thank you folks for being here, and I'll give you guys an opportunity to say a few words if you wish. But now, what I want to do is basically introduce to you the people that took a little concept and built it up and built this organization, StopUPS.org. So today, right now, I'd like to introduce Ms. Claire Gallagher, the founder of StopUPS.org.
Yay! Thank you, Anthony.
Stay close to the camera.
Okay. We are here today because we do not want our quiet residential neighborhood turned into an industrial zone. The scale and the intensity of the proposed use of this facility is going to overwhelm our residential neighborhood. From the beginning, UPS has misrepresented this project as merely an expansion of an existing UPS distribution center. The fact is, UPS has only operated here during the 2019 holiday season. This massive project is a complete transformation of a warehouse and a light manufacturing building into the largest UPS distribution center in Westchester and the Bronx. Keep in mind that all the other UPS distribution centers in Westchester and the Bronx are located in industrial zones. This site is 3-side residential. UPS has misrepresented this massive project as something that would have no impact on the neighborhood in order to avoid being subject to an environmental impact statement. We are demanding that the Yonkers Planning Board do its job, advocate for the Yonkers residents, and mandate an environmental impact statement so that the concerns of the neighborhood can be addressed. Let's face it, traffic on Tuckahoe Road is a nightmare. There's no way that adding over 500 vehicles is going to improve the situation. This is going to affect our emergency services response time. We're naturally very concerned about that. Also, this proposed site plan includes non-permitted uses, such as refueling. Refueling depots in residential neighborhoods are unwise and unsafe. We neighbors adamantly oppose having a refueling depot in our neighborhood. This facility is going to be operating 24/7, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This is too much. The neighborhood can't handle the noise. The neighborhood can't handle the traffic. Historically, this site has had tenants who've had minimal impacts on the neighborhood. So this is a huge change for us. Excuse me. I just wanted to ask that everyone please go to stopups.org, that people go to www.stopups.org to get more information, to sign up for updates, and to contribute to our GoFundMe page. We need help to fund our opposition to this project. Thank you very much. I'm going to turn it over.
Thank you, Claire, very good. I want to point out that the next individual and Claire have spent numerous volunteer hours organizing these events. And not only was it time, they've also contributed thousands, not hundreds, thousands of their own dollars. They have retained an attorney, they've retained a traffic engineer, they're not fooling around. With that, I'd like to introduce another individual. Nick Plakis is the Vice President of Winchester Village. Again, spending hundreds of hours, thousands of dollars in order to make UPS and the Planning Board understand that this is our residential community and we want certain demands met or there's going to be more noise made in the future. With that, I give you Nick Plakis.
Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate everybody. Thank you, everybody, for coming and supporting us today. It's a very important cause. These impacts that are going to affect the community are very serious. We require the Planning Board to take a look at this and really come down and see what the community is talking about. The traffic impacts here on East Grassy Spring Road are going to be very intense. We're going to have hundreds of vehicles exiting onto East Grassy Spring Road in order for them to make the left on Tuckahoe Road. Along with that, we're going to have tons of vehicles, tractor trailers, coming in 24 hours a day. Those vehicles are going to be exiting on Tuckahoe Road because they can only make a right on Tuckahoe Road, putting a lot of demand and pressure on East Grassy Spring Road. We have thousands of residents here that use these streets. We're looking at Mountaindale, Bonnie Briar, and adjacent streets that get very impacted by the traffic and all the commercial vehicles coming in and out. The fuel tanks are a huge concern. The rest of the facilities that are in Yorktown, Pelham, the Bronx, Elmsford, they're not around any residential communities and their tanks are in the ground. For some reason, we're going to have above ground tanks here 300 feet away from residential homes. We can't understand it. The community can't understand it. We need to get to the bottom of it. We put a huge push here. A number of community members, homeowners, council people that have really just kicked this up a notch. We're going to keep going. We're going to have to do what we got to do to really get to the bottom of everything and make sure that an environmental impact study and statement is performed, that the community gets a fair shake, and that the Planning Board abides by the community and by the impacts that could affect thousands of homeowners here, because once this facility gets built, we're not going to be able to change a thing. We have to do this now. We have to figure it out now. We need to know how many vehicles are going to be here now, how much fuel. Is it going to be 2 12,000-gallon tanks, or is it going to be 3 or 4? Once this happens, we're not going to be able to turn it around. We need everybody's support, and we're hoping that you come out and support us for this cause. I thank you for your time, and thank you for everybody for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you, Nick.
Back up, friend.
Okay, we're good.
No, it's
Okay. All right. So, again, the demands are very simple, okay? We want an environmental impact study performed to get a lot of answers. We do not want fuel tanks on this campus. We want the least amount of delivery trucks and tractor trailers visiting. Now, these trucks are coming in the middle of the night, which is not going to be a pleasant thing at 2, 3 in the morning when they're banging around. They're proposing another exit off of the campus onto East Grassy Sprain Road. As folks can see right here and now, this is a very busy intersection. We do not need another curb cut and another intersection obstacle. Okay? We need to control the deployment of the trucks. They cannot come out 150 trucks in a convoy. That will disrupt Tuckahoe Road to no end, creating many traffic backups. And finally, we need them to arrange their schedules so it is not always a 24-hour schedule. The neighbors, again, this is a residential neighborhood, okay? We just want peace, the peace that the people that have been living here for 50 years, they wish to have their peace and quiet, okay? We're not telling you not to do business where, change happens, but be respectful of the community. Now, I'm going to reiterate what I said before. Ladies and gentlemen, are we ready?
Yes!
Who are we?
The community!
What do we want?
Respect!
And why do we want it?
Because we're number one!
And this is our residential community. With that, I would like to now turn the microphone over. I think Mike Green, would you like to say a couple of words, sir? Introduce Councilman Mike Green from the 5th District, the minority leader. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you. As Yogi Berra said, it's deja vu all over again. I was here 25 years ago in our homeowners groups when they were going to put a supermarket in here, and it didn't happen. The neighborhood groups got together. For 25 years, this has been a peaceful, passive situation with the community. The hotel was built, no problem. FedEx came in, no problem. Then UPS came in last year. Now UPS came in and said, well, we're a little busy and we need some overflow. We need a place to have some more trucks. I said, okay, that sounded reasonable. That's not what this is. They are making this a super site. So I'm here today in solidarity with Anthony. They got to know this is a neighborhood. This isn't Brush Park in the city. This isn't Mount Vernon. This isn't Pelham Road, Boston Post Road. This is a community in Elm Street. This is a community. And you just can't do what you want in the community. You're the community. You should problem one. So let's all stick together and get this straightened out. Thank you, Anthony.
No. Thank you, Councilman Green. I appreciate it. We're going to also have, we're going to introduce Assemblyman Nader Sayed. Oh, let me get something. I got my mask on. Social stuff, Nader Sayed. How are you, Nader?
Thank you very much. I'd like to join with Councilman Merante and thank you and the leadership for your efforts, and with my colleagues from the county and city and the state to tell our business people that Yonkers welcomes business, but you need to work with us. You need to respect us. You need to make sure that when there's jobs to be done, jobs are given to Yonkers local business, that traffic concerns are addressed, and the concerns of community are expressed on a regular basis. We tell UPS, you need to work with us, you need to make sure you understand our concerns, you make sure you work with our representatives and you address our needs. Otherwise, we're not a community that's going to allow anyone to come in, take advantage of our hospitality, and not fulfill our needs. UPS, do the right thing. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Assemblyman Nader Sayed. Also with us today to say a few words is our county legislator, Ruth Walter. Ruth?
Thank you. So I'm Ruth Walter, county legislator for District 15. I represent 55,000 people, including these wonderful folks. When I was campaigning last year, I knocked on a lot of doors in Winchester Village, a lot of doors in Westchester Mills, and I made a promise, which is I'm not going to disappear. I'm going to be here for you. I'm going to listen to your issues, and here I am. I serve on the Environment and Health Committee at the county, and environment is important. It's important not just for our health, but for our sanity. We need to have noise controls. We need to have pollution controls. This is a residential neighborhood, and we need to preserve that. And the only way to preserve it is to fight. It's to fight with your county.
We're number one. We're number one. We're number one.
It's with your county, your state, and your local officials. You must make your voices heard. I'm happy to stand here with these activists, these people are protecting their neighborhood. And I ask you, anybody, wherever you live in this district, wherever you live in this county, you too protect your neighborhood. And I'm here for you, and I always will be. Thank you.
Thank you, Ruth. I really do appreciate taking time out of your schedule. We've all been very busy lately covering storm work. But what's happening now, folks, is we're coming down to the wire. Next Wednesday, August 19th, the Planning Board will probably be having a vote on this facility. We need everybody that's out there in support of this community to reach Lou Albano, the Deputy Commissioner in charge, Mayor Mike Spano, Chairman Roman Kazicki, and all the members of the Planning Board. Send them emails, send them letters, send whatever you want. Let them know that you support the community. Next week, if we don't get our message across by next week, it's game over. Partly because these activists have already retained an attorney. They're ready to keep fighting afterwards. So UPS, be ready, because if you guys know what happened at an apartment building in New York City, they jumped, they leaped before they looked, and they had to cut four stories off of a building. If this community wins, UPS, you may be forced to close down altogether. Now, I just also want to let everybody know that a lot of our activists are in cars parked up there, more concerned about the COVID-19, so they felt that it was important to stay in their vehicles. So we have a lot more folks. We probably have another 30, 40 folks in cars. So this is a large group. It's in the middle of the day. We thank everybody for participating with us. We thank everybody to keep communicating. It's not over till that planning board meeting is over, so keep fighting until the end. Keep fighting till the end. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I just want to also say that County Legislator Chris Johnson had emailed me, and so did Council President Michael Cater. They also contacted me to support us. So thank you, Chris. Thank you, Mike. The fight continues. Thank you very much.
We're number one. We're number one. Here's our neighborhood. This is our neighborhood. This is our neighborhood. This is our neighborhood. This is our neighborhood.